Welcome to another episode of the
Creator Show.
And today we have a very highly Indian populated show, or at least it looks that way. Apparently the one across the road from me is not Indian.
I'm not Indian, guys. I'm from Nepal. I know I look Indian, but if you notice my last name, I'm Nishma, by the way, Nishma Nepal. So my last name itself says Nepal. So I'm from Nepal.
Did you only name your last name Nepal after everybody thought you were Indian?
No.
So you decided that from now on, when I go out there, I'm going to say I'm Nishma Nepal.
No. Why would I?
So what is the coincidence? Why is there a link between your surname and where you're from?
I don't know why my forefathers and they decided to create the name. I don't know. Well,
that was very creative of them anyway.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Nishma. Nishma, you can tell them what you do. For those of you who don't know her, you should know her already.
Hi everyone, Nishma here again. So I'm currently just finished Wealth Yogi. I'm here in UK. I was here for the Wealth Yogi program, but I like dancing. I'm a dancer, and yeah.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful introduction. Next, moving on.
More,
you've probably seen this face. You're becoming more familiar with this guy.
Rajesh. I'm Rajesh. I'm an international speaker and I'm an entrepreneur and also a freedom lifestyle coach. And especially, I'm the Wealth Yogi of the year 2020.
That deserves everything. I think that trumps every other award out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
exactly. PhDs, get out the way.
This is the real life award, right? So, a lot more than theory.
You deserve it.
And then, moving on, we have an amazing superstar. This amazing superstar has over 1 million views. She's got so many followers. Her comments go wild whenever she goes live on her Facebook now. Who is this celebrity, please?
Thank you so much. Hello, my name is Ekta Tolani. Investor, you can call me. I'm an investment professional, and I was here to do my Wealth Yogi program. Happened to be with this interesting bunch of people.
What does that mean?
We'll take that as a good thing, huh?
Sorry?
We'll take that as that was a good thing, huh? Interesting was very
A
good.
lot of hesitation was interesting.
How do I call
Dragged a
them?
little bit long to be comfortable with, huh?
Yeah. After Nishma's disclaimer, I want to say Ekta India.
Where in, are you from Bangalore as well? No.
No,
Where are you from?
I'm from Pune.
Pune.
From India, but I don't live in India right now. I work in Kuwait. I've traveled across the globe. Studied in US. Was global citizen, I would like to call myself.
Wow. So how long? When did you leave India? When were you out of India?
6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you've been traveling since.
Yes.
How is it in UAE?
UAE is beautiful and amazing. They're opening the lockdown tomorrow.
So you make more money in UAE than you make in India, huh?
Middle East is tax free. We don't have income taxes there. So that's like straight away 30, 40, 50% whoever is spending on taxes, that goes in the pocket. And plus from where Middle East started, right, from sands to the commercialization now, they had really put an effort to bring the talent to that part of the world, and therefore.
And that's why they brought you.
And
I like her framing towards that. UAE, they were very good at bringing talent there, and I went to UAE. So what is it? I mean, tell them a little bit about your fame, your overnight fame. What's this all about?
Fame. I wouldn't call it overnight fame. I'm glad that I learned a lot of techniques here at Wealth Yogi program. Well, I would like to give some background that I was absolutely anti-social media person. I was not on Facebook, not on Insta. I'm still not on Twitter. Nowhere to be found other than LinkedIn, probably, because that was my professional outlook.
You're like real business
Real
entrepreneur
business
women.
yeah. No nonsense, only business.
No nonsense.
But that doesn't mean I'm calling social media nonsense. But
all of you who are following her on Facebook,
Yeah.
you're all nonsense.
But
This is
that
what she's
was
saying.
my mindset, because I was like, personal life and everything else, just keep it personal, I had a different mindset, I would say. Now, when I'm here and when I'm enjoying a lot of stuff that I'm doing, I look back and I feel that it was probably the fear of being vulnerable or being open to the social media platforms to public that was holding me back.
And what changed?
what changed? A lot of things actually in terms of mindset. A lot of push at Wealth Yogi program on both sides to go into the social media, be open, speak up, and face your fears rather than.
But I see yourself as, I mean, apart from like I say fear of being in public, I see how I see you. It looks like you're not like you're not fearful of speaking to people. Like you
not
seem very
fearful.
sociable.
Yeah.
You seem pretty wild, loud, fun, like that type
Wild,
of.
loud, fun. Thank you so much. I would rather take
That's
you
the
as compliment.
no. I'm saying that because I see that as that, like, that's the impression
Yeah.
we get. Now, I think the question here is that who you are, would you say? Or do you think that's
That-
something that you put in public for?
That is exactly who I am, but that I had not put in public. That would be one-on-one
Okay,
conversation
okay.
with people who would know me.
So your public was the business, serious thing.
Yes.
And now what do all your investors think of you after seeing your
I
your
hope they're not watching me on social media.
And TikTok
I
use.
have
you started TikTok also.
I started
Yep.
TikTok
So
also.
now they'll
You'll
say
see
that business deal we don't want anymore.
I hope not. Well, I have had positive compliments, like positive is compliment, whatever. But I have heard positive things from few people who follow me, from my business circle, people who follow me on Insta, where I post my TikTok stuff as well sometimes in the stories, and on Facebook. So I'm hearing a lot of positive actually, and
That's
it's
good.
surprising that how I was like so worried about my image all this while and trying to maintain a certain outlook rather than just being myself wherever I am.
I just remembered, you're in Dubai.
Yes, for 13 years.
Wow,
Yeah.
like two Indians are in UAE,
Yeah.
and today are sitting on the couch together on
In
the
UK?
Creator Show.
In UK.
What are the chances?
Yeah, probably because of him, I moved out of UAE and moved to Kuwait.
I was there way
Vibration was too much.
too high. That's a very common thing I keep getting. But then I was there way before you, 13 years, right? So
Okay.
Are you Rajesh? Are you like are you always been outgoing and
I was a very, very shy guy, to put it right from my child, young.
you're
young
just saying it, huh?
I think yes, he's modeling you, I guess.
He's like,
I
oh
used
well,
to be
if
a
this
shy
dude says
boy.
he's a shy guy, then I'll model that. Right? It's quite funny because when I first heard Richard Branson said, he's a very successful billionaire, he's dyslexic, and suddenly dyslexic became very cool.
Yeah.
You not realize every speaker on stage today they say they're dyslexic. Yeah.
Hey,
Absolutely.
by the way, I was a very shy girl too.
No, you weren't.
No, she's modeling me.
She was never.
No, but yeah, I mean, what happened was, for me, it's like I was a very shy boy right from my childhood, but then it moved slowly into a different direction.
How long were you
once
shy
I-
for? 2 days.
Then it is called maybe probably a smart,
A small
short level.
upset.
Yeah.
2 days every year.
2 days every year.
I mean, you guys may be thinking it. You may be thinking it is not true, but
But
is
it's
really
not always
true.
been this way.
It is. You know the frames. I'm thinking how I can reframe in such a way that you will not catch me. Or that's not happening. But yeah, I mean, as I told, everything that she said applies to me, because as I came here, before I came,
You're wild also, huh?
yeah,
You were wild also.
Hey, wild is a new compliment these days. Yeah?
yeah, absolutely. But let me tell one thing very clearly, that I was totally anti-social media. Like, kind of 500 people I had. Now I have got 5,000 people, and I'm also having a lot of followers. And yesterday I had 20,000 views on one of my video.
Wow.
So you
He's
can see
catching
that.
up here.
Competition.
So
20,000.
you can just imagine. But then
She's like 20,000, not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Still 980,000 off my views, but
You gotta catch up
but it's
to
a good start.
1.2.
Good start.
oh yeah, and I just started only recently, because the
He's
number of
backing it up.
number of friends I've
When
got.
you started 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, anything I say, it's becoming a year and point of debate. But yes,
Anyway.
He said,
But yes.
when the moment I got in today, he said, I have 120,000 views. And I was like, 120,000, that's not bad. And I was like, hang on, did you say 120,000 or 120,000? He's like, 20,000. I was like, oh, that sounds good.
What the?
So she's very careful about what I'm saying because I was not very conscious about it.
She's wanting to see if there's a threat here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, keeping an eye on competition is important.
Thanks to Master, he's creating so much of ripples within the circle.
Healthy competition.
In my,
It's healthy
in
competition.
my field, we constantly do something that is peer group analysis. So
So that means healthy competition. That's what peer group analysis.
regardless, it's peer comparison.
No, I will move.
And how's your comparison so far then? You feeling
Doing
still
very
pretty
good.
confident? Hector's like, well, you don't stand any chance. Good luck. Wealth Yogi of the year.
Well, he
Oh
made
my
a lot of
God.
money though.
No.
And I'm catching up on the views because
Absolutely.
now there is a third one with around 20,000 views. 10,000 views, 2 of them are done. So, and then, yeah, don't worry. You don't need to keep
Don't
me-
worry.
I'll go fast, very forward
I
from you.
appreciate your kind consideration.
It's so funny. Like I see Ekta, like we see you like with your lights.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you're carrying that around right now. Every
Seriously, it's surprising for me also to be doing all that.
What about all your investors watching you carry this light around with you?
light.
You got this like selfie light.
They
now.
would ask me what brand is that. They may want to invest in that. Its price is going to go up for sure.
As soon as the deal is closed, they say, okay, put the light on, put the camera on. Okay,
Actually.
in the live. Even she will close the deals only on live.
You see, it's so weird. It almost looks like it's like two different lives because I wasn't aware of your background. I only see the Facebook Live that's coming out, and I just see this wild character dancing and all this wild stuff going on. And I think one day Chibaria said to me, she said, "Oh, I just spoke to Ekta. We talked about some things, and oh, by the way, did you know she closes a lot of $1 million deals, right?" And I was like, "Whoa, $1 million deals."
Yeah, I manage
Yeah.
a portfolio, and that's my job. So look for investment opportunities. And
But it's very nice to see these two dynamics.
see. That's why I talk in millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So those 20,000, just move over there for now.
That's angel investing. Talk about at least VC or private equity.
Yeah, I see very similarity. Even Rajesh, you were saying you used to close like
Quite a lot
many
of them.
deals, right? So
Quite
quite a lot of them.
We got strong competition on this couch today.
A lot of similarity between you guys.
Yeah.
And then Nishma, the quiet one.
Yeah. Well, I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
She closed millions of people for that. With her dance in US, right?
in US.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I
Canada?
went to when I told you my story about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
What was your story?
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, no.
you're a social media now. You have to say out.
Well, I had awkward moments where I was like I was dancing on the stage and like my costume.
No, I was only talking about the dance show. You don't need to say everything else if you don't
That's what
want.
you meant. Oh my God, Rajesh.
Okay, what did you want to reveal?
You had your audience,
No, no.
right? That was I meant to be.
Oh yeah.
You meant
Well, there
you,
were a lot
gave
of.
a moment of joy to the entire audience.
That's very
How elegantly she
correct,
kept
elegant,
it.
very elegant.
audience perspective, they're like, ooh, they're gonna hoot more. Okay.
That was an accident. It
So what
an
was the
accident.
moment of joy?
Well, I'm not gonna say too much.
Master is
It's
not
just an
gonna.
accident.
Master is not gonna leave you unless
You guys,
you say it.
nope, not revealing that.
It happens. It happens to everyone.
Yep.
I think people's minds are going wild right now.
Yeah. What's
I'll let
going
you guys
on?
imagine
What's going
whatever
on?
you want.
Thought leads to emotion. That's what we learned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We're not talking about what kind of emotion here.
So how do we move from here then? I mean, Ekta, what have you got planned moving from here? Wealth Yogi is complete now. I mean, how are you gonna, what are you gonna adopt? What are you gonna do? You're just gonna go back and everything's gonna be normal again? What do you think?
That's very difficult question for me at this point, given that I'm still in a lockdown situation. I'm just trying to figure out where do I go back if I want to go back and how and when. But yes, I still work in Kuwait. I still have a very nice role and responsibilities that I would want to pursue as well. And I have been passionate about that since very beginning of my career. And I'm trying to figure out how I could find a good balance wherein I continue with the life that I have adopted right now along with, without abandoning something that I already have. Not that
Because
I-
you enjoy that stuff. You enjoy
I
that.
enjoy
part.
that, and
So you guys, when you close deals, you must get very good commissions on that.
no, it's not commission because I'm not on sell side.
Ah.
People who are on the sell side.
So which part is it you do?
I'm an investor.
So you
So
invest in.
Yeah, I invest into opportunities directly.
Ah,
I'm not.
okay.
So basically,
So you're not getting investors. You're not.
I'm not getting investor. I'm investor. People get me.
Ah, okay.
They get commission
Wow.
for getting me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? So what is your role in Kuwait then? I don't quite get that. So you just sit there as an investor. People come to you, pitch to you.
Yeah, people come, they pitch. My job is to evaluate those investment opportunities and see which one suits best to my criteria.
Okay.
Based on my risk return parameters, my time horizon criteria, what suits best.
So you guys, what? You have a private fund or what? How does this work?
I wouldn't call it fund. We don't function as fund because I manage a family office at this point.
Okay.
And in family office, we don't typically function as a fund. Fund is when third party money is involved
Yeah.
and there is a limited,
Yeah.
there is a fixed time horizon. But when it is family,
So yours is private.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, we
okay.
do private investments and
Okay.
it's family money.
Got it. So you be that, and your Facebook celebrity.
Thank you for saying that. Yes.
Yes. Got accepted.
Yeah, I mean, I would say all the credit goes to the Wealth Yogi. I would not have started this journey at all. I mean, I started my Insta probably in January, and my Facebook and like starting the account I'm talking about, not talking about being active. Started the account right in this year, and Facebook would be towards the end of last year. Absolutely inactive, and that too just for the sake. Because when I was in Chicago booth doing my MBA, at that time somebody asked me when we were like meeting in a common setting. Somebody asked me, "Hey, what's your Facebook?" And I was like, "I don't have a Facebook." And the guy actually just left that place while he was talking to me. He was like, he looked at me as if I was alien or absolutely disoriented or he was like, "You don't have a Facebook?" I was like, "No, I have a LinkedIn." He's like, "You don't have Facebook?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, nice to meet you." And that's
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Right. And I was like, "What? This is so important."
So this is a big thing actually for all three of you. This is what I've seen. I mean, obviously in Wealth, I mean, you came for a different reason.
I came for
Nothing to do with
Nothing to
business
do
and nothing
with,
to do with social media, right?
Absolutely.
And suddenly now, then this is very interesting because there's a saying that says that we have our plans and God has his plans. And it's always we decide that we want to do something for a reason. Suddenly we become a overnight celebrity for something else. And we're like, hey, if that was the message.
I like that every time you say celebrity.
It feels good.
1 million is big.
Every time I say celebrity, she goes,
Yeah.
Here.
Go on. It feels good.
So with this, but a common thing that has been happening is obviously the posting on social media, and especially apart from all the other similarities that is parallel in your life, right? But both of you have been very active on social. Both of you have been impacting a lot of people and receiving a lot of messages. I'm sure the messages are slightly different. I'm sure you get more marriage proposals and things like that.
It's crazy. I mean, this journey has been crazy. The kind of people.
We've never had so many marriage proposals in one.
So many
in one-
marriage proposals and people. I mean.
So what do you
people
do
are
then?
lost
Do
interest
you
in
close the
dating
deal?
or what?
Do you close the deal?
Not yet.
Give me the proposal. What's the investment plan?
So it's like everybody else is also following the thing that you taught all of us, ABC. Always be closing. They're all trying to close all the time, but nobody has been successful so far.
Nobody. You should. So whatever you close, it should be that way. When people say, "Will you marry me?" You say, "Well, I love men who buy and invest in these products," and then say, "Here's the link. If you invest in these, then I may consider."
No, I mean, not so many criteria. I mean, if somebody can just say that they own certain number of islands, that should be a good
That
benchmark.
should be okay. Let's get married. Yeah, I do as well. I get a lot of marriage proposals. Yeah,
Okay.
every day marriage proposals. So they come in and say, "Will you marry me?" I say, "Well, it depends how much you pay. You know, everything has a price. No."
I'm seeing it now because that's why every time I'm here, somebody or the other telling, "Yo, this guy's married and he has a kid." So that's why the other people do not have competition. So that's why I think every time I'm here, I think even last
Now you're missing. Yeah, now you're missing out on a lot of deals now. You see?
Not really. Even my wife might see this, right? So I don't know. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Yeah. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy. I'm reaffirming.
You genuinely look very happy. What do you say?
Yes, I'm very happy.
So anyway, I said that, okay, so suddenly social media, and I know Nishma's trying. She's trying. Yesterday, she made an Instagram. Did anybody see it?
I
No.
see her active on Insta these days. She's
Yeah.
making videos.
But did anybody see what Instagram video she made yesterday?
No.
Beautiful singing video.
guys.
Everybody
Oh.
should check it out. We're
I
gonna put the
did. I
link in the
commented
inside the
also.
description. Everyone can
Yeah.
check it out, right?
Beautiful,
But yeah, beautiful singer.
yeah.
All right, and
Thank you.
so much positive energy. But this one is struggling a little bit more than these two. These two are just like going wild every single day, live. This one's kind of like, oh, what am I gonna do? How do I press the button? How do I speak? What do I say? And
Yeah, because I feel like when I start talking, when I'm talking about whatever that comes to my mind, I'm thinking it doesn't make sense. What am I talking about? Like it really doesn't make so. I don't know. There's just that little voice in my head that's saying that whatever you're saying maybe doesn't really make sense, and so I just stopped myself from even starting it. But I've done a few videos here and there, but then I eventually I don't know what happened.
So coming from two extremists here, I'm saying extremists because
literally,
you
yeah.
guys go live more than I do on Facebook. you see, so
Rajesh
you
was
use it more
literally
than I.
live before, like before we were doing the show. He was live.
Yeah.
Today I got a very beautiful comment during my live. Meenal was watching and she says, she tuned in my live and she says, Master is live also. Who do I watch? I'm confused. I was like, what? I just sent her a namaste. I was like, okay.
Okay. What Ekta's saying is she was on mine, not yours. That's what happened.
No.
That's what happened when fame hits the head and celebrity is there, and then suddenly you sit taller. The way we speak now is like, you guys could look.
I was missing your live. Big nice.
So what I was saying was, I said that first of all, why? Like, what are you getting out? I mean, I know you're not like constantly selling products or anything like that.
Yeah.
So what are you getting from it? What, like, for those people who are kind of, some people are really freaked out by social media.
Yeah.
You know, there's this one day we were walking in a store, electronic store, and then I think it was Chibario was like kind of just like filming for Instagram. She's like, hey, we're in a whatever. The person at the cashier, who are you filming? Why are you filming that?
Yeah.
Give me that thing. Did you just get me on the camera? Delete it now. Show me. And it's kind of like, whoa. But people are like that with social media because
'Cause
they're
of
very
privacy,
protective, their
right?
privacy and
Yeah.
all this type of stuff, right? Like, why are you guys doing it? What do you feel from it?
So I'm so glad. Thank you for asking that question. I actually wanted to share it with Nishma when you mentioned that you still freak out. One is when we were asked to make our first video while at Wealth Yogi.
Yeah.
Honestly, there was no time thing that you have to speak for this long. It was just a quick short video, and I couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was the only one who did not submit the video at all. Few people who did not submit that day at least submitted next day or the coming week. But I never did that because I was still in that stage. I was like, oh my God. But there was a moment, and during that process, I understood that I have all my life, I have been fearful of one specific thing which always holds me back many times. I'm less fearful now, but it was particularly judgment of other people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
how others are gonna perceive me, because particularly coming from Indian background, the type of family, very conservative and all that, we are brought up that way, and that was the conditioning.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was some point that I realized, okay, this is my conditioning, and this is making me not letting me, be out there. Like, what is wrong? What possibly could go wrong? Nothing, right? Technically. But yes, when I figured that this is my conditioning which is holding me back, and just remove the fear of judgment from others, whatever they think, that's to do with them, nothing to do with me. That's when I was able to do it, and that's it. Then you're seeing.
And now you mustn't need to think twice. Like, pressing live is just it's like eating breakfast, right? do you still feel like, oh, what am I gonna say? Or
Sometimes, yes, I would like to be prepared
Okay.
I do some preparation. What
Okay.
am I going to?
But there's no
about?
nervous right now.
I'm not nervous about speaking or being
Right.
in front of camera.
Yeah, but it's more just more
But I
preparation.
want
What
to
I'm
be
speak
confident about the topic and be,
Got it.
prepared for what I'm talking about. And many times I don't pick up something that I have not experienced personally.
Okay.
Because
So
I don't know the
why
artificial.
do you think you're pursuing this right now? Do you feel is it a feel good factor? Is it because of personal growth? Is it trying to challenge yourself, getting out of fear, or is it that I want to empower people? Or why is it
It
that
started with challenging myself because I saw what was holding me back. I saw this was fear.
So
and it
break
was-
out of fear.
Yes, I was like,
Beautiful.
in Wealth Yogi program particularly, it has happened to me in many areas of my life wherein
Yeah.
I was like, I was able to witness that pattern, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do exactly opposite to my normal behavior now.
Beautiful.
And this was exactly opposite.
Okay, so first step is to break over fear. Then
Yes.
what happened after that then? Like when now what is the reason? You go live every single day.
Now,
Well, now what's the reason for you?
So again, that was step one. Step two was there was a lot of push from your side to have that habit of consistency.
Okay.
That was another weakness for me. I started a lot of things in my life and
Okay,
never finished.
so I would combine that into one still. So the first thing is basically breaking out of old habits
Old
and saying,
habits,
okay, I'm
yes.
going to break out of that.
Many times I show up particularly because I know there are people waiting for me there.
So
And-
is
and
that for self-satisfaction, or is that saying people are waiting for you to make their day? Like you wanna provide something for them.
So there are two things that are happening. One is
How many
that-
things?
Two things. How many things? Two things.
Two things, and this entire I have been very consistent in past few months, more than 2 months, and something exactly opposite happened to what I was fearing. Actually, I was fearing people are going to judge me in certain way, but actually there are so many people who reached out to me thanking me for certain things that I said, be it for yoga or be it about talking about a particular thing, opening up and sharing. Sometimes I wouldn't even know those people. Okay, and initially, me being me, I was very skeptical when a gentleman would reach out and start sharing his story with me. I was like, "Oh, you're just trying, something else here," and I would not even, I would be concerned to even reply and be open. But
Now you're getting more of them. You start to realize that you
I
are
start
impacting
to realize
lives.
that yes, people are really looking for some solution. They want to speak or hear something, and these things help. This is basically it's a tribe, right? When we feel so good here, talking to each other and sharing things, it's the same thing, and it's an extension.
Beautiful. So the second thing is you said you said there's two things. The one thing is helping people. Second thing is it still feels good.
It's not just feeling good. It makes me feel that I am also contributing to this universe, into spreading this positivity, and it's going around. Whatever I'm
Beautiful.
putting in, it's coming back.
Give out and coming back.
Yes.
Beautiful.
The same thing.
Beautiful. And Rajesh, do you agree with that? What is your take? Because you came from the same. No Facebook.
Yeah.
Suddenly now all over the place every single day.
All over the place.
Not in that
Comments
sense.
are changing now here.
This one's attacking today. all over
No,
the place.
I think I shouldn't have told the numbers. Then probably she would have behaved differently, right? No competition here, no peer pressure. So, yeah. For me, it's only one reason if I've come for Wealth Yogi. And why am I continuously doing this? Only one reason I have is empowering people.
Beautiful.
And I mean, I've set up a number of 1 billion, which only way that I can get to these people is only through the social media. And Wealth Yogi, for that matter, put a strong foundation for that matter. I mean, before I went to the colleges, I mean, like through an organization to empower people in the areas of 2 areas is what is my focus.
How
One
many
is-
areas?
2 areas.
oh, we became like that closers, right, all the time.
Oh, I did that during my live couple of times. I'm going to share 3 things. How many things? I mean, nobody's going to reply that.
Yeah.
3 things, and I replied myself.
Yeah,
3 things. How many things?
How many things?
3 things.
So one is the area of entrepreneurship. 2 is the area of happiness. So happiness is a habit. Entrepreneurship is something gives you the freedom of expression.
Beautiful.
When I went, more than 3,500 people, there was only 1 or 2 people who came out and said, yes, I want to do it. Then I realized, okay, what will happen my entire life? I can spend probably a bunch of 500 people might come out and then becoming, there is an impact on them. When I got to know about the power of social media, the only reason why I came out of my comfort zone coming onto the social media is only for empowering people. So as I see the numbers, I mean, it's not that people don't have the message. People have the message, but how to deliver, they don't know yet. So for me, that is empowering.
This is one thing I'm kind of getting at here, because I think that everybody has a message. That's what we always say.
Yes.
Because everybody's been through some problem before that they've overcome, that somebody in the world can be empowered by that message.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are always forever searching for some purpose or some meaning to life. When we start helping people, we naturally have purpose. That's why we feel purposeful, and we continue to do it every single day, right? But I think that's the barrier that people need to break.
Yeah.
The first barrier of, I'm fearful, what will people think, and will it be good enough?
Yeah.
That barrier. The second is then, once we enter into it, we start producing content, and we do it over and over again, the comfort and the being used to it, being comfortable doing, confident doing it. So that's confidence. So breaking the barrier, then it's confidence. Then after that is starting to realize, once we start reaching people, starting to realize, wait there a second, people are messaging me to say thank you. People I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing something here. I'm helping some people.
Yeah.
And then once you come from that journey, now I'm 10 years in the journey. So about 9-10 years ago was when I first started becoming more public with my message. This is your beginning of your journey. From this moment on, what happens? You can't stop. Because there's no stops. There's no stopping to contribution. There's no stopping to serving people. You would only go for helping more people, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't see any other way we can reach out to more people other than this social media, like you've been doing it already, right? And it's very important that everybody should find out, because I've got every limitation that can stop me. I mean, I can start talking, but then every single thing I could break the barrier and be on the platform, because this is so easy now. Just having a Facebook is absolutely easier, right? I mean, Facebook page or Facebook profile is like, you can do it in a minute. And then you just kind of give the message.
I think social media becomes a personal development journey in itself, especially towards celebrities and fame.
Yeah, you can do this now.
Because it will naturally it will happen where you will start seeing numbers. Once you start seeing numbers, it's a human mind. It will get addicted to numbers. How many views? How many likes? Which people are anyway. Even without celebrity status, people do anyway. I mean, even the person at home, when they post, they check back. They keep checking back, and they feed. Like, it's kind of like they value themselves based on how many likes and comments. And that's the reality of how people live outside.
Do that as well?
It happens because it's human. So what I'm saying is that is a stage. It will get to that point. And then that stage can take over your life. It can become addictive. Because then you're like, okay, how many followers I've got today? Okay, is the followers still increasing? Is the views still increasing? Right? And it comes to a point where then when it's down, you feel down. When there's negative comments, you feel negative. Then suddenly your whole life becomes governed by that thing. Until then you become awakened. I'm saying this for preparation.
Yeah.
For you.
It's bound to happen.
For preparation. Because then we'll come to then you realize that numbers, why should that affect your happiness? Why should that affect how successful you believe you are, or how much worth you are, you know? And then you come to relaxing to the fact that, you know what, it's like this. Numbers is numbers, that's fine. Baseline, when I put a message out there, if I'm impacting one life, I've done my job.
Yeah.
That says a lot about you. You've done a lot more than the average person out there. And you continue to grow the numbers, not for the sake of looking at the numbers for self-worth. You grow the numbers for serious, because it's for impacting other people's lives.
Yeah.
And so this is
It's very interesting you sharing all this, because I literally have I would like to say that I've gone through to some extent, grown through to some extent in this journey. And there was a time when views wouldn't go up, and I would literally be so upset.
For some reason, I don't want to see Ekta upset. I just feel like it's going to be this like
No, there have
crazy.
been days and like, you know, I'm like, I almost get a headache that thinking that, okay.
What did I do wrong?
Okay, here we go.
Okay, what next? How do I change this? Because if it is a dip, yesterday it was up. Today what happened? The number of people who were watching was same. my content was as good. What went wrong?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going
that's
in,
right.
researching constantly on algorithms. I don't understand. Let me understand. Not that I get any shit out of that, but it's like, yeah, I've gone through that
It happens.
craziness.
Yeah. You'll get more of it.
I'm sure.
It'll happen.
boy.
There'll be waves and waves and waves. It'll continue to happen.
And Facebook has been very creative and challenging as well. It keeps on throwing a lot of stuff randomly. Yeah.
It will. It will. I mean, it'll continue to change also. But wait until you get onto the YouTube game,
Oh.
Yeah, that's the next.
Ooh.
because you've got
Next
another
one.
thing to monitor. Then you've got your subscriber rate, you've got your views, but you've also got how much you're getting paid every single day.
Oh yeah.
$500, $500, $500, $1,000, $1,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. Then suddenly one day it's $500. You're like, oh,
What happened?
did I do something wrong? Where's all my money gone? You know, it's like, give me my money back. You know, when the money was not yours in the
If you
first
are
place,
saying
right?
like that, I can imagine how am I going to do what? How am I going to behave? Yeah, jump.
Give me my money back. You're searching more algorithms then, huh?
Yeah, so wait, if, like, you know, when you reach out to so many people, obviously you'll have like haters and, you know, people who are so negative, right? And even if you don't have too many followers, like even if people who are just starting out like with
Yeah,
few
yeah.
followers, they still get negative comments and
We
stuff.
get-
How do you deal with that? What is your
That's
way of-
that's Nishma's genuine question.
That's
I
genuine,
mean, Nishma with the beautiful and soft heart that
Pure
she
heart,
is,
like-
you would get crushed.
oh boy.
You know, the kind of hate message I got was like when I was taking. I'm not a Muslim, but then was you Muslim brothers stop saying it.
Hey,
All
that's
right.
because of your look. Don't blame others.
It doesn't matter. No, point is very simple. If you want to deliver the message like what he said, if you're putting on the message irrespective of the outcome, right? Yes, you will continue to use all those algorithms, headlines, all that stuff. But then at the end of the day, you should actually accept them. You know, like I was sharing even on the other day, I said, okay, thanks a lot for your feedback.
Okay, but put it into perspective though. When you first got a hate comment, it affected you, right?
Of course, yes.
It did.
There's no doubt
And what
about it.
about
I
you?
would be lying.
It affected
Um,
you, right?
So I have two things to share actually here.
How many
How many
things?
Two
things?
things.
Two things.
One is first hate comment that I got. I was really concerned because I'm like very active. I reply to each and every comment and everything. And when I received that, I was like, okay, well, how do I reply to that? And then literally in my house, I interacted with all the people. I put it on the group also. You would have seen. Somebody once said a witch, or somebody once said some other nasty things, whatever. Negative things, and I didn't know how to deal with those, so I would just send a namaste.
So outside is namaste, inside is like,
Yeah, dash.
come over here.
We are not talking about inside, but it will be namaste, sending love and blessings for you, and this would be like, okay, deal closed. And but I have heard you saying that after that my perspective actually shifted literally. When you said that yes, you will get those kind of people also, but they are also helping you grow because they're engaging. So I was like,
They are.
cool.
Every
ahead.
every hater that
Thank you
sends
for
a hate
watching my
comment,
video.
Thank you.
they're ranking you higher because
Yeah.
there's the algorithm. You see, it's engagement.
But I have not reached to a level wherein I get into that conversation like, yes, come on, let's get into one
Bring it
thing.
on.
I'm not doing that yet.
Some people do that. They engage on purpose. They fight on purpose to get more engagement. Yeah, it works because
It's a trade-off.
they all go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your mental space, how much you want to.
Can you imagine somebody was doing A to Z? For me, I have more than 8 comments where it says random typing. I don't know what does it mean. I didn't even know what to do with that. So, but then I mean that still brings the engagement on.
but this is why I'm saying I feel that social media is the fastest personal development and spiritual journey ever, because you going through that, you need to deal with, especially when you're going numbers,
Yeah.
then more haters, more hate comments. Everybody's bound to get it, positive and negative. So you better figure out how to sort out this thing. You know, a lot of YouTubers, they commit suicide because of
really?
that. Yeah, because cyberbullying, they can't deal with it. And because there's a lot of youngsters. 15-year-old, 16-year-old,
End of the day-
suddenly they blow up 1 million subscribers, then suddenly all the hate comes in, they can't handle
They don't know how
it,
to deal
they
with that.
suicide,
Yeah.
yeah.
End of the day, it's basically what you keep telling us, like vessel has to be strong. It's mental strength,
That's
which
right.
plays everywhere.
So everybody should practice yoga.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chaturanga.
Open the chakras. I don't know when the will happen.
Anyway, yeah.
Nishma, particularly, I want to say that when we're talking about haters, I faced certain things. Now I'm past through that, particularly for girls, women, putting out themselves. We also see a lot of comments which are like, absolutely, we can't read them, you know, on the social media while live is going on. And I'm like very interactive with the audience, and I'll read comments many times, and I'll see something. Initially, if I see some comment which is like absolutely not appropriate,
It will break the flow.
it will break the flow, and I'll be like, pause. Okay, now it doesn't affect me because now I've learned to ignore those. But initially that was also the case. But the best is to, you're not forced to read that, right? So that's what I told myself. I'm not forced to read all. I can choose to ignore. When I understood that, I was able to just go with it.
Keep
But
going. Look at the
Yeah.
positive. Don't focus on the negative.
Look at the positives. 90% is positive, 10 negative. Okay, fine.
Now, with you celebrities here, we could speak all day long, but we do need to finish the show now because of time. Those of you who enjoyed this episode, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button if you got any value from it whatsoever. Or maybe it was just fun and laughter for you. Hit the thumbs up also. Also, comment below, let us know your thoughts, your views on all of this and what your experiences are. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, somewhere around here, right? Because this year we're dedicated to making weekly videos on these podcast shows to make it your best year yet, hold you accountable, and give you knowledge and wisdom and our experiences. So other than that, I think thank you for our guests for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.
Namaste
Thank
to
you.
all of you.
Thank you.
And namaste. Ciao.
Ciao.